The following podcast contains mature subject matter, adult themes, and may also contain profanity. You have been warned.
Well, hello everyone. Hello and welcome back to our show. A show called The Absurd.
Wow.
That wower over there, that's Mel.
Yeah, I am a wower, aren't I?
Hi, Mel.
Hi.
Mel has new hair. Well, not new hair, it's the same hair, but she
It's
got it done
freshened.
yesterday.
Fresh.
Wasn't it yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. How come you said you had to get your hair cut at 3?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be 5:30 till you got here if we recorded yesterday. How
'Cause
long does
it
it take to do your damn hair?
Well, it gets colored and all that stuff, too.
Did you want to tell the world that?
I don't care.
Oh, well, me either then.
I
Really?
get highlights put in it.
Yeah, me too.
So it's a process.
No,
Come on.
I'm hip. You know.
That's why.
I mean, I do my hair in the bathroom with, a trimmer and, vacuum it up. That's the end of my gig.
Well, I don't, so.
Well, not yet.
Not Just my back hair.
Ooh, gross. That reminds I can't, never
No,
mind.
what? Go for it.
Do you remember the comedian Sam Kinison? Do you know that name?
I do not.
He, late 80s, mid to late 80s, he was quite big. And he was I think he was a former minister.
Okay.
Don't ask me what sort of denomination.
Okay.
And he was a pretty good comedian. Very, I don't know if he was actually coked up, but his comedy was very coked up.
Okay.
And I remember him getting heckled on his live album. And his response was, before this was ever a really big response, he said, "Yeah, that's what your mother said when I was leaving her house this morning." And then he goes, "You might not recognize her next time you see her. I shaved her back."
Wow.
Yeah, that's actionable, dude.
Wow.
But it wasn't unfunny.
All right.
You just made me think of that.
Okay.
Hey, so what's new? Other than your hair.
I nothing really.
Wow.
No, not that I can think of.
You have a good weekend?
Yeah, pretty chill weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Chill? Nice.
Chill.
Yeah, very
Didn't
good.
really go anywhere. Just
Didn't go to Rural Roots on the weekend?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I went there on
Friday, Saturday,
Sunday afternoon.
Oh, yeah?
An impromptu visit to Rural Roots.
How can it be impromptu?
Well, it wasn't planned.
But I know what impromptu means.
Yeah.
What, did you just go there by yourself?
Well, no.
So it was semi.
No, Christine messaged me and she's like, "Hey,
Are
I
you
feel like
drinking?"
some beers." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Okay."
Huh.
Twist my arm.
Yeah, I'm sure she had a gun to your head.
Yeah, she did.
Anything else on the weekend?
No. No, I don't think so. I'm also drawing a blank.
That's fair. It happens to me on the daily.
Yeah.
Friday, I went out for lunch with Kara.
Mhm.
She was at the main office, Sun Life, your competition.
Mhm.
Your much bigger competition.
Mhm.
So she just walked uptown, and I met her at Piper's. And I wasn't going to, because, I don't drink very often.
Yep.
Anyway, she's like, "Have a beer." Like, she goes, "I'm having wine. Like, don't make me drink alone." Oh, yeah, like, that's such a problem for anybody.
Right.
But I'm like, fine. So I caved to peer pressure, and I had a pint of Coors Light. That's it.
Mhm.
Dude, later in the afternoon, I'm like, shit, I got a buzz going. How's that? Because I hadn't had like a drink in like a week.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why.
From one beer?
Well, I wasn't like drunk, obviously, but I could feel like a good
like
head
the
buzz.
bottom of your head's tingly.
Excuse me?
Bottom of your head gets tingly.
I never really identified it that
it's a little fuzzy.
specific. It's like in my neck.
Mm.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
Okay.
But, then I went back Friday to watch, it must have been the hockey game. Yeah, no, baseball.
Mm.
And, Saturday, nothing. House cleaned. Watched baseball. Watched hockey. Sunday, nothing. I'm having a blank too. But then last night I went to Ethel's with my parents for their burger deal.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had a couple of pints.
Carol and Bert.
You got her, Otter. Had the Muskoka Detour IPA. God, I love that beer.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic beer.
Oh, I remember what I did.
Oh, thank you for interrupting me.
How could I
Please,
forget?
Go on.
I was coordinating a wedding on Saturday night.
Wow, must have been memorable.
No, just when you were talking about drinking some beers, and then it all kind of came back to me. I was thinking brewery and...
Why? Where was it?
At Wellington Brewery.
Oh, in Guelph.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
Yeah, they have good... I've been there.
That was a really cool wedding.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I was to ever get married again, no.
Mm-hmm.
But if I ever was, that would be the way to do it. Because everyone just kind of came in, got a beer. They were standing around while they did their nuptials, which were like...
Oh, nuptials.
10 minutes.
Right.
That's it. Everyone's just drinking beer, watching them get married.
Really?
And then they just had snacks and sliders, and that was it. They just hung out.
So it wasn't a terribly long or late evening?
No.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
I'm like, this is brilliant.
Was it formal?
No.
Even better.
Nope, not at all. That's what I mean. Like, they had someone come in and do, like, a grazing board. So, like, a giant charcuterie station, right?
And do you actually, like, do you use plates, or do you just bend over and graze?
Wow, that would be cool.
A goat
That'd
or
be
a cow
cool.
or
But
something.
no, they actually use plates. And they have a pretty sweet patio, and it was
Yeah.
nice after it downpoured. But then it was nice, and outside they didn't have a DJ. They just played music on an iPhone.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like, this is awesome.
That, you know what? Somebody came to look at the hall a couple months ago, and like for an upcoming event. I think it was a stag and do or whatever. And they're like, "Do you guys have a PA?" I'm like, "Well, we do, but it's not awesome. Like, if you want to play some music, go to Long and McQuaid.
Yeah.
You can get 2 powered speakers,
Yeah.
so you don't need an amp or any crap like that. And just tell them you want to run it off your phone.
Yeah.
Because if you've got Spotify or YouTube, whatever your streaming service is,
Yeah.
make up a playlist.
Yep. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, man. Way easy.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, cheap, too, right? Because the price that you pay for weddings is atrocious.
I know.
It's atrocious.
Says she who plans them.
I know.
Yeah.
But hire me.
Well, and it's...
But still, like, it's, yeah. It's so
I
silly.
hate formal weddings.
Yeah.
I friggin' despise them,
Yeah.
man. And it's weird how not all people, but some people are like, "Oh, we're so glad that you could spend $300 to share in our celebration."
Yeah.
I don't care that much.
No.
Like, good luck.
Yeah.
I hope you're both very happy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
genuinely.
Sure.
But especially for women, like if you're in the wedding party, here's a dress you're probably never going to wear again.
Yeah.
And I don't know what, usually they pay for it themselves, don't
Usually,
they?
yeah.
Yeah, and they're probably not cheap.
No.
So, I don't know, man.
No.
When I was at my cousin's wedding in Virginia, and I was in the wedding party, and middle of summer, hot as...
Beep.
And we were in the church doing a rehearsal in full kit, so full suits. And of course, they have a glass ceiling so that the Lord can look down on them. And
Yeah.
scrutinize, oh, you weren't singing loud enough or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And so I'm standing there, I'm on the end of the dude's row, and I'm watching the sun like come across the floor towards me. And I'm like, let's roll, dude. Because seriously, when that hits me, it was like the James Bond scene with the laser going up between his legs, and you're like,
Yeah.
come on,
Yep.
chop.
Yeah, formal weddings are...
Well, I mean, it's a fine wedding. As weddings go.
Sure. I know, but still...
That's only my own... That was simply my point. It was like,
Yeah.
I was already dying, and then I'm watching, like, death ray
Yeah.
from the sun come towards me. I didn't make it. Yeah.
But yeah, it was very cool. Very
Good,
cool.
good.
And she just walked in with her kids, and like there was no bridesmaids. Even the signing crap at the end that everyone has to sit through.
Mm-hmm.
They said, no, we're just gonna go off and do this in the back room somewhere,
Hey,
and
yeah.
like everyone just kept partying. I told her, I said, this is like top 3 weddings I've ever done.
Nice.
Like, and I've done the big fancy to do extravaganza.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this was so chill and so fun. Love it. Love it. Very cool.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, Wellington Brewery, if you ever want to have a cool
Their
ass wedding.
Wellington SPA and their Hell's Lager. are
Oh, the
both
Hell's
pretty
Lager. I came home with a 6-pack of those.
good. Very good. Yeah, it's a nice beer.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get started here,
Yes.
do you have any news at all? Or
I
anything?
don't.
All right.
Sounds like you do, though.
I do.
Okay.
And this just came out today. Are you aware of the Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case?
I am not.
God, woman.
I know. Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so this was happened almost 2 years ago, I think. I'm not going to get too lengthy into the details. It was at a track meet that the kid Austin Metcalf, I almost said Austin Matthews, Austin Metcalf was at. The other kid, Carmelo Anthony, was not even there. He was not participating in the track meet.
Okay.
In fact, he had been kicked off their track team, his school's track team, for bringing a knife to school.
Okay.
He and the other boy went to different schools. They were 17 at the time. Anyway, Austin Metcalf, each of the teams had a designated tent, like a canopy to sit under. And Austin Metcalf was in there with his twin brother and his team when the other kid, Carmelo Anthony, came into the tent and sat down. He had been asked to leave. He refused. He had no business being there, let alone at the track meet, but he had no reason to go into their tent. They didn't really know each other. There have been some reports that Austin Metcalf had bullied the other boy, but that was proven to be wrong.
Okay.
Because they went to entirely different schools in completely different districts. So if they even met anywhere, wouldn't have been much.
Right.
But anyway, that was proven to be incorrect. Anyway, the Austin Metcalf kid went over to Anthony and said, "You got to go. Like, you're not allowed to be here." Anthony said, "Well, why don't you just try something?" So as Austin Metcalf was putting his hands on him to push him, this kid, the other kid, Anthony, withdrew a 6-inch folding knife that he had brought in his backpack and stabbed the kid in the chest, right in the heart. They tried to perform... He took off then. They tried to perform the CPR. Metcalf ended up dying in his twin brother's arms.
Aww.
They busted the other kid. He was charged with murder.
Good.
His family started a GoFundMe to raise, under the auspices of raising for legal fees. They bought a house, they bought a car with the money, had almost no money left for legal representation. And I didn't say this yet, I'll put it out there now. Anthony is black, Metcalf was white. Many on Anthony's family, have made it a race issue, saying there would have been no charges if it hadn't been a white kid. Well, that's ludicrous. Yeah, I don't give a damn what your color is. You don't get to stab somebody.
No.
Had the roles been reversed,
Yeah.
I'd be on the black kid's side.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all come down to race lines in the U.S.,
Of course it
There
is.
was no black jurors, even though... So both prosecution and defense agree on jurors, right, in the selecting process. And there certainly were blacks who made it to that process, but they were all eliminated because almost to a person, they were making it a race issue. Like the one guy said, a man, I don't know how old he was, it doesn't matter, but he said, "I don't know if I could put a brother in jail." He's not your brother. You don't even know him. For all you know, he's the biggest piece of shit on the planet.
Yeah.
Conversely, he might be a fantastic kid.
Yeah.
But you don't know either.
No. It's
So
true.
what's with this brother shit?
Yeah. That's garbage.
And then others were like, "Well, he looks like my son." Okay,
Okay,
irrelevant.
Cool. That
So
has nothing
what?
to do with it.
Yeah, we're not putting your son in prison.
No.
Your son didn't do anything as far as we know.
Yeah.
Like, so there ended up being no black jurors, which of course they're saying, well, that's racist. They were on there. They were eliminated by your defense
Yeah.
team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, point of all this is today the verdict came down and Carmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder.
Good.
Yeah, I agree.
Good.
I agree. You want to behave like a piece of shit?
Yeah.
You can go somewhere where pieces
Yeah.
of shit belong.
Exactly.
Whatever. No sympathy. Don't
Yep.
care about you.
Hard stop.
Don't
Yep.
care about your stinking lion family.
No.
So boo frickin' who.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to challenge my opinion on that, absolutely feel free. But I have been following this case quite closely, and there was a lot of misinformation being put out there, not a bit by his family,
Sure.
but a lot by the public at large. And it was baseless. You know, like don't make it about race, man. These
No.
are two guys.
Yeah.
Let's look at it that way.
They're kids.
What?
They
Yeah,
were
but they're old
kids.
enough.
Yeah, I know. But that's
like,
what I'm
why
saying.
would you even go? Okay, you can go to the track meet because your school's there, even though you're not allowed on the team anymore. Okay, why did you bring a 6-inch knife?
Yeah.
Who brings a knife to a track meet?
Yeah.
What was your thinking?
Yeah.
And he had a history. He got busted off their track team for bringing a knife to school. Yeah, he sounds like a perfect angel.
Yeah, right.
Like, I don't give a damn what his color is. He sounds like a shithead.
Yep.
So let him be treated as such. That's what I think.
I like it.
So it's unfortunate, but you know. Yeah, so sorry about the little phone ring there, folks. It's now turned off. It's annoying. Maybe next episode I'll explain it to you, because, dude, was I livid. Livid!
Okay. Can't wait.
So I got a story we're going to start with today.
All right.
Okay. Really listen to this. And I want you to notice if it sets off any alarm bells in you.
Okay.
Not literally. If you start hearing ringing, let me know.
Okay.
I'll get you to the walk-in clinic. Then I'll go get wings. Man suffers life-changing penis injury after mid-air coffee spill. Nicholas Gibbs was flying back to Heathrow, it's in London by the way, from Las Vegas with his partner Claire in December 2025 when the lidless drink slid into his lap from a tray table. He said his penis will never be the same again after he was badly burned mid-flight. Nicholas Gibbs, 41, says the pain was so bad that he and his partner had to stop trying for a baby, and he can no longer care for his mother.
What?
Right. Mr. Gibbs from Harpenden, Hertfordshire, said it's had a massive effect on my life, to be honest. It was hard not being able to look after Mum as much as I'd have liked, and my partner Claire and me had hoped to be pregnant by now. The couple were on a Virgin Atlantic flight from Vegas to Heathrow last December when the incident happened. He said the tray in front of him had not been cleared from his meal when hot drinks were served. Mr. Gibbs said they put it on the tray and almost immediately it slid off and went into my lap. I was in absolute agony, but also in complete shock as the excruciating pain was just unbearable. Mr. Gibbs criticized the airline, saying his tray was badly slanted and too flimsy for food and drink. Interestingly, though, he ate off of it. He also felt the care he received after the burn was inadequate, claiming it took 20 minutes before anyone brought water for him to treat it.
Oh, honey.
He said, I then spent around an hour sitting on a soaking wet chair before they finally applied burn cream on my penis and put a bandage on it.
Whose job was that?
Right. I flew, I think, 24 times to England.
Yeah.
Not once was I offered any care for my penis. But granted, I did not ask, because it seems a bit forward, you know. But had I known, I'd have tipped appropriately. You know. Cabin crew supplied him with paracetamol, Tylenol, and loose-fitting pajamas, and told him he would get medical support at Heathrow. Mr. Gibbs said, by this stage my penis was badly blistered and the bandage they had put on had fallen off. A spokesperson for the airline apologized for Mr. Gibbs' experience on board and said, customer safety and well-being is always our top priority, blah, blah, blah. They always say that.
Yeah, of course.
They organized someone to meet me at the airport, but that never happened, which was a complete joke. And that was the last I heard from Virgin. No follow-up calls, no correspondence, nothing. I don't even think that they reported what happened.
Oh, God.
Mr. Gibbs has launched legal action against Virgin Atlantic. Thomas Ruffley of Rudgell Solicitors, who are representing him, said, we feel he was not given satisfactory care from in-flight staff, while Virgin's response in the aftermath has essentially been non-existent. This is an extreme case, but the number of injuries that have occurred from hot drink spillages caused by cups sliding off plane tray tables is continuing to rise at a worrying rate.
Oh, my God.
I just realized there's lots of words of innuendo in here. A Virgin Atlantic spokesperson said, we'd like to apologize for the experience Mr. Gibbs had on board. Ready for corporate speak?
Yep, go for it.
At Virgin Atlantic, the safety and well-being of our customers and our people is always our top priority.
Sure.
Our cabin crew are highly trained to deliver drinks safely, with hot drinks served below boiling temperature and filled to below the brim in specially designed cups or mugs. This procedure reduces the risks of spills by taking into account confined spaces for crew to operate, customer handling, and times of turbulence. Now, as I said, I haven't flown for a long time, but in the early 2000s I was flying a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And long flights, in fact, to England and to Europe. And I don't ever remember getting a drink that was so hot.
Yeah.
Like, what was he wearing? Like, a Kleenex on top of his
Yeah,
penis?
no kidding. Yeah.
Like, seriously, what, was it out? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Like, I remember one time, I usually wore black pants for traveling because shit happens.
Yeah.
Not literally, but,
Well, that too.
That never did, thank God. But I ordered a cup of tea, and I took my my Gravol, not for sickness, but sleeping. Because as I've said, I was a heavy smoker then, and I just wanted to sleep through the flight.
Sure.
I didn't have a drink, no alcohol, because that would make me want to smoke.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell the flight attendant, if I'm asleep at mealtime, please just leave me alone. Got a cup of tea, and had the tray down, so I had my hand holding the cup of tea and sitting on the table. I started to doze off, and I'm like really comfortable. I'm like, this is awesome. And I was really nice and warm. And I felt this wonderful sensation in my nether regions. And I could hear my brain screaming, wake up, idiot. I woke up, and the teacup's on its side, and it poured all over myself.
Yeah.
And whilst I was unaware, it felt amazing.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, oh, shit. But I mean, it wouldn't have scalded a toddler. A newborn could have stuck their head in it and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand. Like, this guy's obviously very litigious. He's obviously trying to get money.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand how his penis could have blistered.
Yeah, that seems
Well, it's got to be
weird.
like boiling.
That's called herpes, my friend.
It isn't actually. I mean, if you were to pour boiling water, certainly on sensitive skin, yeah, it would blister.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, like, you've been on an airplane.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them do coffee and tea service?
Yeah.
Yeah, they push it on a cart.
Yeah.
With a big urn.
Mm-hmm.
So, unless you're front row or back row, depending where the galley is, it's not coming to you right away.
No.
Like the case sounds like so much bullshit.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of bullshit.
So hopefully, I don't think he deserves any money.
No.
I
think he's being a big baby.
You big baby. He's being a dink.
A dink? Yeah. He's being a dink.
Yeah, it's a good word.
It is a good word.
That takes us back. Do you have a story?
I do.
What do you got for us? For us?
All right.
What you got?
For conservation biologists,
No.
a day at the office might mean milking a mole rat,
Ooh.
tickling wombat genitals,
Ooh,
or lending a helping hand to masturbating manakees. And with
masturbating what?
Manakees.
What's a manakee?
A manakee.
What are you talking about?
Isn't a manakee
How do you spell it?
MAQAQUES?
A macaque. It's a monkey.
A macaque?
Yeah. Because I don't think you can
masturbating macaque.
A manatee. Those are those.
Aren't
big...
those in a bird?
No, manatee. Huh? That's a macaw.
A macaw?
Yeah, they're like a parrot. Manatees are those big things that live in the water in Florida, and they're super chill. Oh. They always look like they're smiling. And I don't know if you can even masturbate one, I guess, but it'd be pretty weird. But not that masturbating a monkey's any less weird,
No,
I suppose,
probably not.
But probably get into it. But yeah, macaque.
All right.
I was like, what are you talking about?
All right. The macaque. Masturbating macaque. The golden age.
I got it. I just got it now.
The golden age of animal sex and the characters who study it into the spotlight, and we thought we'd seen it all. Well, we were wrong.
Yeah,
we were so gloriously wrong. It is with great pleasure that I bring you this, the Falcon sex hat.
Ooh.
The original headgear invented by falconer Les Boyd in the early 1970s serves as a sperm collection device that allows captive birds to mate with their keepers. It sounds outlandish, but the simple accessory has been instrumental in the recovery of numerous species, including one of the North America's flying darlings, the Peregrine Falcon, if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Peregrine,
yes.
Same thing.
Yes.
More or less.
Yes, we brought a species back from the brink of extinction by letting its members hump our love helmets.
Excuse me.
The collection process is quite simple. Add one frisky bird, one rubber receptacle, and one keeper who is well versed in the art of falcon sex song.
Song?
Yes.
Wonder how it goes.
All you can hope.
That's Rockin' Robin.
It's exactly that.
It's the wrong bird.
The collection process is... Nope, I read that already. Let's try this line.
Okay.
All you can hope for is that your sex partner doesn't come in too hot. Peregrines have been clocked at an astonishing 200 miles per hour in a straight dive. Learning to mimic the falcon's vocalizations is the most direct approach in accomplishing cooperative artificial insemination, explains Boyd, who invented the cap after the widespread use of the pesticide DDT. I don't know what that is. DDT saw peregrines but all but disappear in the United States.
You know why I'm going to interject for a second?
Yeah, why?
The fact that you don't know what DDT is.
I don't know what DDT is.
No, not criticizing. Not criticizing. That's good. It was, they made it in Elmira.
Okay.
It was a heavy pesticide. Actually, is it a pesticide? No, I think it's a herbicide. Not sure. And it had massive negative effects. In Vietnam, they sprayed it. Well, even in towns, and I don't know about in Canada, but certainly in the U.S., they would just spray it around town to keep insects away, and kids would run through it and get all the powder on them. Yay, good times. And it's a hardcore carcinogen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, that's
DDT,
bad.
2,4-D.
So it's bad, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, certainly bad for humans. And what are the birds? The big birds around here, ospreys. Have you ever seen an osprey?
Maybe.
They're big.
I'll have to see them.
Kind of seabirds. But they were almost gone because DDT weakened the shell of their eggs so much so that they wouldn't carry to term. But DDT's been banned for decades now. certainly in the developed world. So, anyway, now you know.
Now I know. The first bird I hatched using it was in 1975, he says, but I started trying years before. Early versions of the hat needed to be chin strapped down tight before the male landed on it. Actually, one of the simplest ways to get the male to copulate was the back of one's hand. Though they now soar above nearly every continent at the time of Boyd's eureka moment, peregrine members of North America had reached drastic lows. The Western population, for example, had been reduced from some 4,000 breeding pairs to just 324.
Wow. So same effect on those as ospreys.
Mm-hmm. It's no surprise that the conversationalist turns to captive breeding to save the species. But there was a problem: imprinting. When captive hatchlings reached sexual maturity, they showed little interest in mating with birds of a feather. And that's where Boyd's insemination cap came into play. Birds gain a sense of species by visually imprinting on their partners, on their parents during early development. When a young falcon comes out of its egg, it becomes attached to the first moving object it encounters. In most cases, this would be its mother. But studies have shown the birds will form this critical social bond with just about everything, from rubber boots to electric trains.
Really?
It is through this process that a captive falcon comes to regard a hairless primate as its mother, and eventually an attractive mate. The imprinted males were extremely easy to work with, explains Boyd. While they wouldn't engage in copulation from other falcon, they would mate with their human flock members. Once the semen was on the hat, so like you have to see this hat. It almost looked like a beehive. Had like little divots in it.
Okay.
And they would just like stroke the bird.
Okay.
And yeah.
And it would deposit its semen
in the hat.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Once the semen was on the hat, I could easily pull into a syringe, and imprinted females would stand for some semen deposit.
Oh, wow.
It was incredibly simple.
Yeah.
To date, over 6,000 peregrine falcons have been successfully released into the U.S. alone.
Really? Wow.
And while we've largely moved on to better and more efficient ways of collecting semen from donor birds, adaptations of Boyd's creation are still in use today and available for purchase should you like to buy yourself a sex waffle.
Why was that? I didn't know that term, but I really like that term.
Yeah, so there you go.
Are they not for human use?
Well, yeah, because he would wear them. He
No.
would put them on his head.
No.
Oh, no.
Okay, so they're not
No.
that big.
No.
Okay. I think it's funny, too, if the guy's name is Boyd.
Boyd?
You ever watch Bugs Bunny cartoons?
Yes.
So the one where he's being dogged by like some gangsters, like 30s style gangsters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's Tweety Bird.
Mm.
And the gangster, he calls him the Boyd. Go get the Boyd.
Go get the Boyd.
Well, this dude's name is Boyd,
Yeah,
and he's
got
working
it.
with birds.
Got it.
Betcha they made fun of him all the time. That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I love when animal species are being brought back from the brink of extinction.
Yeah, with a sex hat.
Yeah. Peregrine falcons are awesome. Another thing about ospreys, you might see them very high up on their nests are big, and they're oftentimes on top of poles or light standards.
Okay.
You'll see them around.
All right.
They're cool birds, yo. Yeah, good story, dude. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know who JFK was?
Yeah.
John F. Kennedy?
Yeah.
He was a president of the United States.
Yes.
Got assassinated.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then his brother, Robert F. Kennedy, not to be confused with the dolt who's in charge of the health department in the U.S. right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his son. But RFK, he also ran for president.
Okay.
He was assassinated as well. It was a big, powerful family. But we're going to talk today about Rose Kennedy, their
Okay.
sister.
Okay.
Rosemary Kennedy was born at her parents' home in Brookline, Massachusetts on September 13th, 1918. She was the third child and first daughter of Joseph P. Kennedy Sr. and Rose Fitzgerald. That's John F. Kennedy. That's what the F stand for, Fitzgerald. She was named after her mother and was commonly called Rosemary or Rosie. During her birth, the doctor was not immediately available because of an outbreak of the Spanish influenza epidemic, and the nurse ordered Rose Kennedy to keep her legs closed, forcing the baby's head to stay in the birth canal for 2 hours.
Good God, that's not good.
The action resulted in a harmful loss of oxygen.
Yeah.
As Rosemary began to grow, her parents noticed she was not reaching the basic developmental steps normally reached at a certain month or year. At 2 years old, she had a hard time sitting up, crawling, and learning to walk. Accounts of Kennedy's life indicated that she had an intellectual disability, although some have raised questions about the Kennedys' accounts of the nature and scope of her disability. A biographer wrote that Rose Kennedy, the mother, did not confide in her friends, and that she pretended her daughter was developing typically, with relatives other than the immediate family knowing nothing of Rosemary's disability. Despite the help of tutors, Rosemary had trouble learning to read and write. At age 11, she was sent to a Pennsylvania boarding school for people with intellectual disabilities. At age 16, Kennedy was sent to the Sacred Hearts Convent in Elmhurst, Providence, Rhode Island, where she was educated separately from the other students. 2 nuns and a special teacher, Miss Newton, worked with her all day in a separate classroom. The Kennedys gave the school a new tennis court for their efforts. Her reading, writing, spelling, and counting skills were reported to be at a 4th grade level. During this period, her mother arranged for her older brother, John, to accompany her to a tea dance. Thanks to him, she appeared not different at all, end quote, during the dance. Rosemary read few books, such as Winnie the Pooh. Love Winnie the Pooh.
Mm-hmm.
Diaries written by her in the late 1930s and published in the 1980s reveal a young woman whose life was filled with outings to the opera, tea dances, dress fittings, and other social interests. Kennedy accompanied her family to the coronation of Pope Pius XII in Rome in 1939. She also visited the White House. Kennedy's parents told Woman's Day magazine, yes, it was around back then already, that she was, quote, studying to be a kindergarten teacher, end quote. And Parents magazine was told that while she had an interest in social welfare work, she is said to harbor a secret longing to go on the stage. This is all bullshit, by the way. When the Boston Globe requested an interview with Rosemary, her father's assistant prepared a response which Rosemary copied out laboriously. I have always had serious tastes and understand life is not given us just for enjoyment. For some time past, I have been studying the well-known psychological method of Dr. Maria Montessori, and I got my degree in teaching last year. No, she didn't. You know who Maria Montessori is? Recognize that word? Like Montessori school?
Oh, Montessori. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
In 1938, Kennedy was presented as a debutante to King George VI and Queen Elizabeth at Buckingham Palace during her father's service as the U.S. ambassador to the United Kingdom. Kennedy practiced the complicated royal curtsy for hours. At the event, she tripped and nearly fell. Rose Kennedy never discussed the incident, that's her mother, and treated the debut as a triumph. The crowd made no sign, and the king and the queen smiled as if nothing had happened. According to Kennedy's sister Eunice, when Rosemary returned to the U.S. from the United Kingdom in 1940, she became increasingly irritable and difficult at the age of 22. Kennedy would often experience convulsions and fly into violent rages, during which she would hit and injure others. After being expelled from a summer camp in western Massachusetts and staying only few months at a Philadelphia boarding school, Kennedy was sent to a convent school in Washington, D.C. Kennedy began sneaking out of the convent school at night. The nuns at the convent thought that Rosemary might be involved with sexual partners and that she could contract a sexually transmitted disease or become pregnant. Her occasionally erratic behavior frustrated her parents. Her father was especially worried that Kennedy's behavior would shame and embarrass the family and damage his and his children's political careers. What a loving dad,
yeah,
eh?
great. Dad of the year.
When Kennedy was 23 years old, doctors told her father that a lobotomy would help calm her mood swings and stop her occasional violent outbursts. Joe Sr. decided that Rosemary should have a lobotomy. However, he did not inform his wife of this decision until after the procedure was completed.
Oh, just great.
How do you like that? The procedure took place in November 1941. In Ronald Kessler's 1996 biography of Joe Sr., Sins of the Father, James W. Watts, who carried out the procedure with Walter Freeman, both of George Washington University, is quoted in the following passage. After Rosemary was mildly sedated, we went through the top of the head, Dr. Watts recalled. I think she was awake. She had a mild tranquilizer. I made a surgical incision in the brain through the skull. It was near the front. It was on both sides. We just made a small incision, no more than an inch. The instrument Dr. Watts used looked like a butter knife. He swung it up and down to cut brain tissue. We put an instrument inside, he said. As Dr. Watts cut, Dr. Freeman asked Rosemary some questions. For example, he asked her to recite the Lord's Prayer, or sing God Bless America, or count backward. He made an estimate on how far to cut based on how she responded. When Rosemary began to become incoherent, they stopped. That's how lobotomy was done. They just stirred up the front of your brain.
Wow.
Yeah. And they did them for decades and decades and decades. I wonder when the last one was done. I bet you it was still going on in probably the 70s.
Crazy.
Watts told Kessler that in his opinion, Kennedy did not have mental retardation, but rather a form of depression. A review of all the papers written by the two doctors confirmed Watts' declaration. All of the patients the two doctors lobotomized were diagnosed as having some form of mental disorder. Bertram Brown, director of the National Institute of Mental Health, who was previously an aide to President Kennedy, told Kessler that Joe Kennedy referred to his daughter Rosemary as mentally retarded rather than mentally ill in order to protect John's reputation for a presidential run, and that the family's, quote, lack of support for mental illness is part of a lifelong family of denial of what was really so. It quickly became apparent that the procedure had caused catastrophic damage. Kennedy's mental capacity diminished to that of a 2-year-old child. She could not walk or speak intelligently and was incontinent. After the lobotomy, Kennedy was almost immediately institutionalized. She initially lived for several years at Craig House, a private psychiatric hospital around 90 minutes north of New York City. In 1949, she was relocated to Jefferson, Wisconsin, long bloody way from her home in Massachusetts, where she lived for the rest of her life on the grounds of the St. Coletta School for Exceptional Children. School was formerly known as St. Coletta's Institute for Backward Youth.
Backward youth. Wow.
Archbishop Richard Cushing of Boston had told her father about St. Coletta's, an institution for more than 300 people with disabilities, and her father traveled to and built a private house for her about a mile outside of St. Coletta's main campus. The nuns called the house the Kennedy Cottage. Two Catholic nuns, Sister Margaret Ann and Sister Leona, provided her care with a student and a woman who worked on ceramics with Kennedy 3 nights a week. Kennedy had a car that could be used to take her for rides and a dog which she could take on walks. In response to her condition, Kennedy's parents separated her from her family. Her mother did not visit her for 20 years, and her father did not visit his daughter at the Institute at all.
Wow.
In Rosemary, the hidden Kennedy daughter, author Kate Clifford Carson stated that Kennedy's lobotomy was hidden from the family for 20 years. None of her siblings knew of her whereabouts. While her older brother John was campaigning for re-election to the U.S. Senate in 1958, the Kennedy family explained away her absence by claiming she was reclusive. The family did not publicly explain her absence until 1961, after John had been elected president. The Kennedys did not reveal that she was institutionalized because of a failed lobotomy, but instead said that she was deemed mentally retarded. Yeah. In 1961, after Joe Sr. had a stroke that left him unable to speak and walk, Rosemary's siblings were made aware of her location. Rosemary's condition was revealed publicly by her sister Eunice in a 1962 interview to the Saturday Evening Post, but her lobotomy did not become public knowledge until 1987, when historian Doris Kearns Goodwin revealed it in her book. Following her father's death in 1969, the Kennedys gradually involved Rosemary in family life again. She was occasionally taken to visit relatives in Florida and Washington, D.C., as well as her childhood home on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. By that time, Rosemary had learned to walk again, but did so with a limp. She never regained her ability to speak clearly, and her arm was palsied. You know what that means, her condition is sometimes credited as the inspiration for her sister Eunice to found the Special Olympics in 1968. Although Eunice told the New York Times in 1995 that Kennedy was just one of the disabled people she would have over to her house to swim, and that the game should not focus on any single individual. I didn't know that. That her sister developed
I didn't know that either.
Special Olympic.
Yeah.
That's cool. Kennedy died from natural causes on January 7, 2005, at age 86, at the Fort Atkinson Memorial Hospital in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin, with her siblings, Sister Jean, Eunice, and Patricia, and brother Ted by her side. She was buried beside her parents at Hollywood Cemetery in Brookline, Massachusetts.
Well, that's a sad story.
Yeah, I know, but it's history, dude.
Yeah, I know.
History is good. It's good to know these things. You know? That's really, it is a sad story,
It
isn't
is. Yeah, I never knew that.
it? Yeah, now you do, eh?
Yeah, now I do.
Yeah. Joe's dick.
Joe's a dick.
Well, I mean, her mother's no sweetheart either for
Well,
not visiting her for 20 years.
Yeah, that's
you know.
sad.
Scooby, Scooby-Doo, where are you? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Graham has trouble getting dates, and he's
Graham.
not sure why.
Oh.
Is it his fat, bulbous head? Or perhaps it's the fact that his face looks like it had an anvil dropped on it,
Good Lord.
and his
poor
ears
Graham.
seem to be retreating from his head.
My God.
Or maybe it's all of those extra air sacs lining his rib cage, and the fact that his hoof-like legs are, well, hoof-like.
What?
Kidding, of course. Because in another world, one where humans have evolved as fast as automobiles have, Graham might have been the perfect specimen. This is according to Melbourne, Australia's Transport Accident Commission, which had a trauma surgeon, a crash expert, and a Melbourne artist team up to design a car crash-proof human.
Oh.
So he's not real.
Oh, thank God.
The TCA is known for its area of shock, and Graham is part of its new Towards Zero safety campaign.
Gotcha.
Towards Zero road safety campaign. My
Gotcha.
goodness,
No, that
words are
sounds good.
hard. The truth is our cars have evolved a lot faster than we have, says
that's
David
true.
Logan, a team member of the project and road safety engineer at the Monash University Accident Research Center. Our bodies are not just equipped to handle the forces in common crash scenarios. To deal with these forces, the team came up with Graham. Protecting his brain is a much larger skull intended to absorb forces and fracture upon impact. His face, concave and fatty, is less likely to be damaged. Instead of a silly wobbly neck, he doesn't really have one at all, reducing the potential for spine and back injuries. His skin is also thicker to prevent lacerations, and his ribs have a layer of external air sacs for maximum protection. Wait till you see the look of this thing.
Yeah,
It is creepy.
I'm intrigued.
Graham isn't just designed to survive a crash from inside a car either. His legs were constructed with pedestrian collisions in mind as well. His lower ankle area has an extra joint for increased mobility, and his knees are incredibly flexible in case of an impact. The video that are online further explain how the team went about the project. And for a more thorough look at Graham and all his physical upgrades, if you go to the Towards Zero campaign's website, there's an interactive 360-degree presentation of Graham, along with research notes and even more videos, in case you haven't seen him yet, because it's pretty cool.
No doubt.
Graham remains one of the most powerful visual reminders of why road safety matters. It's like terrifying to like drive in a car right now because everyone drives like they're freaking crazy.
Well, but so I don't kind of get it. What?
So they built this Graham guy
Yeah.
to make it look like if we were to withstand a car crash, what our bodies should be made like. So they made like this human size looking person, and they've constructed his whole body to make it look like what we would have to look like to withstand a car crash.
Okay, because I'm like, if they're gonna start like bioengineering
No,
people
no,
to look
no.
like this, like I'm out.
No,
I'll
it's like
stay
a,
at home.
a safety program to be
Gotcha.
like, you don't look like this, so don't be an idiot behind the wheel.
Because imagine if you had a concave face, how would you ever wear glasses? If
You
had
wouldn't
to?
be able to.
Right.
He has like no ears either. They're
So
like
you couldn't even hook
holes
your glasses
on the side of his head.
Right.
And like his chest is all weird, but it has like airbags inside to
Well, I
like
won't lie,
withstand
that'd
that.
be kind of cool.
That would be kind of cool.
You know?
And not like breast implants.
no,
different.
because they're on the sides, so you could you could lay on your side and not be bothered.
Yeah.
Be like, this feels
Like
nice.
internal pillows.
Ooh, yeah. That's intriguing. It's
Yeah.
intriguing.
Anyway, it's some really cool pictures, and like the videos that you see online, they're very like, well, it was what did I say? Like they're 3D,
Yeah.
and they're really cool.
Are they weirder than the robot wolf from a couple episodes ago?
Yeah, it's pretty weird
Yeah,
because it looks real. Like when you're looking at it, it looks like an actual real human. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, what happened to him? And I'm like, oh, he's actually not real.
Would you go out with a guy that looked like Graham?
No, probably not.
Really?
Well, I don't know. If he's really nice to me.
Yeah, then he'd be golden Graham.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
Man.
great.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, shut up.
You shut up. No, don't shut up. Yeah, because you got something to tell our people.
Oh, yeah. And speaking of concave faces,
What?
I don't know what that has to do with
Me
anything.
neither.
But please give us 5 stars wherever you're listening to us. Drop us a line, drop us a comment, share it, tell your people, do all those things, right, Rod?
Darn right,
Darn
Mel.
tootin'. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram,
You
TikTok, all the things.
All the stuff.
Yeah.
And give us a review, please. Or give us on Spotify, presumably on the other streaming apps. You can also comment on episodes.
Yep.
I never ever listen to us on Spotify.
No.
I don't ever listen to us, period.
Mm-hmm.
Because I listen to it for hour and a half, 2 hours while I'm editing.
Yeah.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I went into Spotify, into our account a little while ago, and I was like,
Okay.
oh my God, people have left comments. I should deal with these.
Yeah.
You already had dealt with some of them.
Yes.
I think it was the one about kicking the can.
Kicking the can.
And I had screwed up that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bunch of Weisenheimers.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you could leave us a review, and above all else, spread the word, please.
Mm-hmm.
We'd really appreciate if you could do so.
Yeah.
Right. Well, call us predictable, but we're off to Piper's
Yep.
for wings.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Mel can see her little boyfriend. You only have a few more months before he's done.
Oh, so sad.
It is sad for you.
Mm.
But I'm friends with him on
Probably
Instagram.
Like, oh, man. Get her out of here.
I'm friends
I'm
with him
not
on
friends with
Instagram.
him on Instagram.
You are?
I'm not.
Well, what's your problem?
Rude.
Well, did you ask him? Well, then shut up. Don't be chauvinistic. All right.
I could be his mother. No, thank you.
Yeah,
I could. Yeah, I could. Don't
Oh,
even.
yeah, you're more than old enough to be his mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. You happy I agreed with you?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks again, everyone, for stopping by. Hope you're doing well, staying cool, or staying warm, depending where you are. And, yeah, thanks for listening, and we will be back next week. So, until then, please take good care of yourselves and one another.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.
The Absurd Podcast is written, produced, and recorded by Rod and Mal. Music by Audionautics.com.